Just got out of the shower, about to eat breakfast, but I just want to remind you guys, carbs make you fat. Guess what that is? Just guess. Alright, it's nanner bread. So mommy's cooking. Or bacon.
I'm not making bacon.
Not making bacon. Black eye mommy.
Yeah. Got a black eye.
And I saw this can of olives here, and I was like, you're not putting that in the bread, are you? And she's like, nope. It's my placeholder. Just gonna eat some oranges and watch Dr. Greger. So I just got here a little bit early to my last physical therapy appointment ever. And I really don't even have to go to physical therapy. I just wanted to say bye to everyone because I saw everyone like 2 days a week for a couple years. So it's going to be kind of sad to see me leave this place because I really did like coming to physical therapy. It was enjoyable. I liked all the people. My physical therapist was great. I knew everyone by name, so it was really nice going there. So this will be my last visit, pretty much just saying bye to everyone. But I just wanted to talk about a question that I got last night on in my messages and Facebook page, because if you have any questions for me, that's the easiest way for me to get back to you. Because I mean, I'll answer questions in the comment section on the YouTube videos and stuff, but if you have like a lot of questions or like a really long question, just send me a message on the Facebook page. But the question was, how did I get to the point in my recovery where I was just really positive? Because she said that she really admired my positivity and she wanted to know how I got to that point. But I never really like got to that point because I was there the whole time, really. And I really think that my athletic career sort of prepared me for that because I was injured a lot in high school and college. So actually, it's kind of funny because when I got injured, a lot of times I was just thinking, well, you know what? I'm injured. It sucks. Can't run right now. But at least I'm not in a wheelchair. At least I can do, normal everyday things. And there are some people who can't even do that. There are some people who have been in a wheelchair their whole life and they will never know what it's like to run. And here I am just having patellar tendonitis and I can't really like feel bad for myself because I can still walk around. I just can't run right now. So that was my whole thought process before I got CIDP, and then I got CIDP, and then I was in a wheelchair. But then I still was like, you know what, there are people who've been in wheelchairs their whole lives, like I said. So I had 20 years of me not being in a wheelchair, and now I'm in a wheelchair for a couple of months. At the time, I didn't know how long it was going to be. It could have been forever, because some people just don't respond to treatment. Only a very small portion of people. But that very small portion of people have never tried a vegan diet, so maybe try that out. Check out John McDougall. But yeah, I never really had to like get to a certain point in order to be positive because I was just positive the whole time. I mean, I remember when I was first diagnosed with Guillain-Barré syndrome, I was pretty positive because I was like, you know what? I have apparently the most mild form of GBS that this neurologist has ever seen, and that is a record that you want to hold. The most mild form of a disease your neurologist has ever seen. So I was really positive with that, and then I was like almost positive to a fault when I started getting worse and showing symptoms of CIDP and not Guillain-Barré syndrome, because I kept being really positive and just like was sort of in denial that I was getting worse, because my neurologist was like, you know what, you should be getting better and you don't really even need treatment because it's such a mild form. And I was like, great, that's awesome. But I was just in denial that I was getting worse, and then eventually I did get diagnosed with CIDP. And I still had a smile on my face because, like I said, I still had 20 years behind me of being completely active. And I would just feel like an asshole complaining about it to someone who's been in a wheelchair their whole life. And on top of that, I had so many things to be grateful for. I mean, I had a family that loves me. I had friends that cared for me, still wanted to hang out with me because, believe it or not, they didn't befriend me because of my amazing legs. They befriend me for who I was, and who I am is not defined by my legs. It's not defined by my body. My body is just an aspect of me. Who I am is, I don't know. Everyone has their little quirks. Everyone has something about them that all their friends love, and that's who you are. Okay, you are not this person with CIDP named whatever. You're not this person with CIDP named Jessica. You're not this person with CIDP named Greg. You are Bill, who has CIDP. It's just an aspect of you. Don't ever let it become who you are. So Another thing that I did was I just sort of treated like CIDP was not really a big deal. And then eventually it became not a very big deal to me. And I mean, I definitely took it very seriously. I sought out very aggressive treatment. And I did my own research. But at the same time, I was just living my life as normally as I possibly could. I mean, I was still hanging out with the same friends. We would still like go to the movies. We would play Xbox. I could still swim. I could like tread water with my arms. I made fun of myself a lot. Not in a mean way. It wasn't detrimental. But my friends would join in on it too. Say a lot of puns having to do with nerves, stuff like that. So I just, I had fun with it. And when people would ask me why I was walking around with forearm crutches, I would just tell them that my parachute didn't open. I mess with people. Because I generally like to cope with things by being humorous and not treating anything like it's really a big deal. Because then it starts to, for me at least, it doesn't seem like it's a big deal if I just tell myself it's not a big deal. Eventually it doesn't seem like a big deal, and it's just an aspect of my life. It's not a complete, it's not my life. It's just an aspect of it. So that's I don't know, I guess that's how I got to that point. I guess it was just my perspective. And one last thing, I don't have any kids because I'm only 22. This arm's getting tired, so I'm gonna switch arms. But yeah, so I don't have any kids, but I was just thinking, if I have kids someday, what sort of story do I want to tell them? Do I want to tell them that their dad was just sort of mopey and he just didn't really get any better, or maybe he did get better but he was really mopey the whole time? Or do I want to say that he had a smile on his face and he was a badass and just told CIDP to back off or shit's going down? I realized that I was writing the story and I just wanted to decide what sort of story I wanted to write. I wanted to write a real badass story. I wanted to set a good example for if I have kids someday, or I want to set a good example for other people so they can see that, if I'm going through this, then their day is not so bad.
Ready? And push up. Good. And lower down to neutral. That's okay. That looks pretty good. Your knees stay pretty good over your ankles when you're doing it. I was thinking I was going to see a lot more of this, but I really don't. It looks pretty good.
Just got out of my last physical therapy session ever, and my physical therapist was very pleased with my progress, especially in my lower legs, and I was really happy with it too. It was nice to say bye to everyone, stuff like that. But right now I'm going to head over there. There's a plaza, and it's got a store called Green Planet Grocery. I'm going to check it out, and I'll take you guys with me. Definitely my favorite section already. Just got back from Green Planet Grocery, and it was the coolest store I've been to in a long time. And as you can see, these bananas that I got are actually already ripe. How rare is that to go to a store and find bananas that are already ripe? The produce section was awesome. So I got some tempeh, bananas, all the fruit there, or all the produce there I think was organic. Got some organic mangoes. I got this Daya pizza. It says it's also gluten-free. I don't really care if it's gluten-free, but that's the only Daya products that they had pizza-wise. Generally, I don't eat things like this, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try it. I'm sure my mom will also love it. I wanted to try out their figs and see how good they are. The dates there were also $6.49. Best price I've ever seen for Medjool dates. Normally it's like $6.99 is like the price for dates for some reason. Like no matter where you go, it seems like it's always $6.99. So that was cool. It was $6.49, and actually the Lakewood pineapple juice was I think $4.98, and normally at Wegmans it's $4.99, so it's 1 cent cheaper. I got this tofu. It was from Tofu, New York, Ithaca, New York, and that's like 40-50 minutes away from me. So that's pretty cool that it's pretty local. But yeah, I just wanted to check out the store, and it was really cool. They had not just like food, because I thought that they were going to just have like supplements and stuff like that, because that's what a lot of health food stores are, just like they try to sell you supplements and maybe some fake cheese or fake meat or something like that, maybe some flax seeds. But this had like actual produce, which was really cool, and they had like a lot of things like, you know, silk almond milk, things like that. Obviously the vegan pizza, they had a lot of vegan ice cream. So most, if not all, of the stuff in this refrigerator is vegan. I was told that these are local, and there's this soy-free, got almond milk right there, coconut milk based ones. It's all different types of stuff, so if you think you're gonna miss out on ice cream when you go vegan, you are sorely mistaken. They also had like some like more, I guess, like natural soaps and shampoos and toothpaste, deodorant, body wash, like all just hand soap, a lot of cool stuff that doesn't have a lot of really gross, weird ingredients, and a lot of it wasn't tested on animals, so that was really cool. I talked to one of the employees there, and they said that if you buy fruit by the case, you get 10% off, and I buy fruit by the case a lot in the summer. Anyway, I'm going to put all this stuff away and try my mom's nanner bread. So what is this we have in the copper kettle here?
This is vegetable oil and cashews.
Cashews. Cashews? Not cashews?
Cashews.
Cashews. Yeah, this is the perks of being a candy maker's son. You get
Big copper kettle.
yeah, huge vats of nuts. I mean, I don't eat a whole lot of nuts, but these were just freshly roasted. If you have never had the chance to have freshly roasted cashews, I don't care if there is oil on it, I will eat it, because it's too amazing to pass up. I mean, this is just a little Dixie cup that I'm going to be eating. It's too good to pass up. I don't even care that there's oil in it. Fresh roasted cashews are the greatest. Also cooking in my house is 1 vat of mashed potatoes. And I got a little bit of vegan gravy over here. It's getting to be about that thickness that I like. The recipe video is coming soon. I've been meaning to make a mashed potatoes and gravy recipe. And my mom loves mashed potatoes and gravy, especially this recipe, so I will probably make it within the next couple days, and I know she will not complain about that. But this was pretty much all the highlights of my day, as you guys saw it. And now I'm going to go over to a friend's house for dinner, and I'm bringing over some mashed taters and gravy, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time.